Oh, welcome, everybody. Welcome to BeoTalk 172. Henrik is back, finally. He's destroyed stuff that he has stories about. Eric is here as per usual. And Steve is also that way. Hi, Steve.
Hey,
Hi.
good to be back.
Are you tired yet of posting on Instagram?
No, I love it. It's been a busy week, though. 150, 160 posts, I think.
Bloody hell.
So, yeah, thank you to everybody, because it's not my photos. They're the ones that everybody sent to me to share with Bang & Olufsen.
Yeah.
So, trying to show the best B&O collections, new and old.
They're amazing ones.
Yeah, well, we'll go over that more. As per usual, trolling, fuck you. Sorry, and we're demonetized. But the last few weeks we've been having trolling issues. If your name is Brian and you're sad that you only have Lab 5s in your living room, that's fine. That's cope. We can live with that. Super Chats is open if you want an answer to your question and their topic, guaranteed. And that's about it. Smash the like button and subscribe. Also, links to all our stuff is down below. And where do we want to start? Actually, Henrik's destruction of an Emerge, Explorer.
Yes. So I went on a camping vacation last Sunday, and we came home today. And we've been living in a cabin that was quite cold. So Hamilton got the flu, and he passed that on to his dad. So this is not for manly stuff. This is just for my nose. Then I called Bang & Olufsen and said that I'm going on a camping vacation, and I don't have any Bluetooth speakers, because normally I take my Beosound 1 with me if I need some music. And as probably a lot of people know that is on this stream and on my own channel, they know that I hate Bluetooth speakers because I think it's stupid. And I don't see any use of it, because you take it on one trip and then you forget you have it, and then it's just in some storage space somewhere, and you forget to charge it up. And so I asked Bang & Olufsen, and to my surprise, they said, yeah, of course you need an Explorer on your vacation. So I posted a picture on the Danish BOTF site where I was standing with I think it's maybe it's on my Instagram as well. I was posting a picture of the Explorer and a picture of my ugly face, and said I'm going on vacation with the Beosound Explorer. And then I asked the Danish community, so what do you guys want me to test with the Beosound Explorer when I'm on vacation? So they posted a lot of things that they wanted me to try on my vacation. One of them was, can you play ball with it on the beach? And the other one, can you listen to music underwater? And
legit questions I hear, yeah.
And what happens if you drop it from 2.5 meters in the air? So I mean, this is still a loan from Bang & Olufsen, and I mean, they'll probably get pretty mad when they get it back.
Cool.
Or I'll get a bill. I don't hope I do get a bill. I hope they say, well, you tested it and good for you.
Yeah.
But let's see.
No more Jeff Martin for you, no.
Yeah, I will keep you posted what happens in the future. But maybe they will send me a bill. So I did all these kind of things. I played ball with it on the beach. I tried to juggle it. I threw it in the air and it hit some big rocks. I threw it in the sea. And then I was trying to get that 2.5 meters in the air, and I got way too excited. So it got past 4 to 5 meters in the air, and it got all the way down. And
on tarmac or
Come again?
grass? Was it tarmac or grass or what kind of?
No. That was on stones that were that big.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you can see on the screen, I actually have it here.
It's
Can I
not
do
really
this?
focusing on it.
Yep, it's got it in focus.
It's not that pretty. But I mean,
It survived though, hasn't it?
it took some beating, but I mean, it says on the homepage that it's very, very resistant of everything. And I mean, it's not resistant when you throw it 5 meters in the air and it fell on rocks. So that was about it. And I can't tell you right now if it works or if it doesn't work, but that will be in a future video in hopefully next week or the week after. But I mean, it can turn on.
Well, that's something.
So that is something.
It's empty.
And then something I was curious about. If you see this, hang on, let me see if I can get it to focus here. So here you have the USB-C charger.
Yeah.
Is that waterproofed?
Yes, it should be. It is on the A1 second gen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that when I threw it in the water. And yeah, so it has been taking a lot of beating. I can say though, for battery time, I charged it on Monday. I did a unboxing with Hamilton, and it will be in the video as well. And I charged it fully charged, and today is Sunday, and it still works. And I've been using it every day. I've been using it for music at least 4 hours a day, and I have been connected it to my iPad when I
really
watch
good with
movies.
that small device. Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean,
Callum
Yes.
asked, what kind of emotional abuse did you give the speaker?
Tell us it's not real Bang Olufsen, it's only a paid product.
and I've been watching TV shows on my iPad as well, where this was the Bluetooth speaker connected to it. It's really it's stubborn.
Yeah, they're not lying about the battery time.
No, it's crazy.
It's really amazing. Yeah.
It is amazing. And then yesterday, we had some friends coming by our cabin, and they rented a small tent there. And I said, it's built quality, and you can throw with it. And he took it and just, and I mean, it's been taking a lot of beatings. And I don't hope Bang & Olufsen will hate me for this. I promise I will.
No,
not
they'll
do
just
this
invoice you for it.
I promise I won't do this with the 28's I have, but I mean, it's a beast product. But
I guess that you now will be their newest drop test, because we have seen their videos on their kind of drop test. It's 1.5 meters.
Yeah.
Now will you send every stuff to Henrik and he will just drop test them?
Yeah, but it's in a controlled environment. Henrik is like,
It's a Danish environment, so it's
I'm really amazed that it doesn't look worse than this.
Yeah.
I also thought that I would drive it over with my car while I had it, and I was just like, what happens if I puncture my tires?
yeah.
It's like, nope, I'm not gonna do that because my tires are really expensive.
Well,
But
I'm kind of happy you proved my point of my review in that it's so tough and all the money is in the toughness. Like, do that with any other Bluetooth speaker in the same price category and you have 10 pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and the battery. I mean, the battery is just crazy. But the coolest thing about the product is definitely this.
The fire hook, we'll call it Sweden, yeah.
I mean, that is more cool than the whole product.
Yeah, I
itself.
saw a picture when you were actually hanging it on the
I mean,
cabinet.
in the cabin we had like this nail, so I will just like click, and then it was just hanging there, and it played. I mean, it played since Monday,
I would actually try to connect like 5 or 6 of them together in just one hook, and you have like a
I mean, the
6-pack of beer almost, but yeah, streaming all music to them simultaneously.
Maybe it turns out like Be a Sound shape, where you add 2 of them, it becomes sort of loud 3s. You add 4 of them, it's like 17s. Perhaps if you've got 20 explores, it's
the only thing I don't like about it, but that is my own opinion, and that is for me the hate of Bluetooth. Because I mean, it will be in the video as well, but I can of course elaborate on it here, and that is when you're on vacation. I go on vacation. It has been very bad weather for 2 days on my vacation, so I downloaded a game on my iPhone to play a game, and I was listening to music, and then it was something with balls that you had to swipe together, and then it said poof. And then when you listen to music at the same time, it comes out of the speaker.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand why Apple, or maybe Android does it, makes some kind of sound card ways that you can say that all this needs to go to the speaker, but this needs to come out of the phone or just be muted.
Yeah, Windows has been doing that for like a decade.
Yeah, and you can do it on a Mac, on OS X as well in MIDI configurations. I mean, it's just crazy that you can't do that on a phone today. I mean, my phone with I think it's iPhone 12 Pro Max something. It probably has a bigger CPU than most computers today, and my iPad has the M1. I mean, it's more than capable of doing this, and it's just crazy that I can't listen to music from my phone and play a game and decide which audio I want to go to the
should
speaker.
be interfaced with the app, not
Exactly.
the whole phone or device in that sense. Yeah.
And then I, of course, hate that when I'm coming home, now it's going to sit on the shelf until I decided to go on some kind of vacation where I need a Bluetooth speaker. Because I'm not going to use it. I mean, I'm driving my car. It has a stereo. I'm at home. I have a stereo. I'm at work. I use my AirPods Pro because they're much better than Bang & Olufsen's headphones. And that's it.
Have you tried the EQs yet?
Yes.
Are they...
No. I thought you meant the EQ of the Explorer.
No. So I was going to say, have you would that still hold up with the AirPod Max?
No, the thing is, the sound is better in the, take example, is it called the 2.0 Sport?
Mm-hmm.
Those sound better than the AirPod Pro. But when you have an iPhone, an iPad, and a MacBook Pro, and you switch between those products, and instantly they just sync up with your AirPods. It's just something that Bang & Olufsen can't do.
I think Apple stops other people from doing it.
Yes.
They hobble the software, don't they?
Yes. And that experience is just, when I'm working, it's just, and it just works seamlessly. I can be on my iPad, and I'm going through, I have a YouTube video in the corner, and I go through mail, and my phone rings, and then I'll take my phone and click, and it will be on my AirPods. And then when I'm done, back to the YouTube video. And it will even pause the YouTube video on the iPad. I mean, it's just that functionality and integration is just something that I can't live without.
There's so much more than just the music quality.
Yes.
Yeah. I have to say it's hard to beat, for the pricing of it, because so much functionality you actually get with the Apple products.
Yes.
It's so synchronized with their own devices. It's just hard to beat.
Exactly. And I have a lot of Bang & Olufsen headphones, but I mean, it's the same thing with the Explorer. I mean, those things, I can't even remember the last time I used them. I can't even remember when I charged them, because I don't use those headphones when I'm at home anyways.
I use my H95s almost every night or so, because...
Yes.
What are you listening to?
Love them.
Yeah. Come again, Henrik?
What are you listening to?
These or just, videos of movies at night, yeah.
When you go to bed or so?
No, I have them connected to my PC here, and just I think it's also better when I make a playlist for my Deezer account and all that. I think I get better music experience with them compared to the frees that I have here, and it's a very good experience when you get so intimate to the music.
I rather want to listen to music in the room than headphones.
Yeah, people are kind of different, but with the H95s, I think because before the H95, I listened to my H9 1 or 2 times and had them for like 3-4 years. It was more like girlfriend when she was training that used them pretty much, but otherwise, not barely used otherwise. Now the H95s are used almost every other night or so, because the quality of the music, speech, movies, is really, really good.
Yeah, but when I go in the bedroom, I have to decide: do I want to listen to the Contour, the Shape, or the Beolab 28's?
Yeah.
Wait, never Heidi?
Just volume up. No, that was a douche. That was a douchebag move. Sorry.
Edit out. Yeah, but I mean, for most of us, that we're so spoiled that we have all the kind of high-end gear that there's no need for the H95s. In my case, really.
If I go on vacation with my parents, I'll take the H9Is with me. Yeah. Because then I can sit and listen to music or a podcast or whatever.
Instead of hearing them talk, or?
Yes, of course. But I have to say, the last time I went on vacation with them, I just had my AirPod Pros with me, and I just used those.
Yeah. To get comfortable, and as you say, they're so user-friendly. So. Yeah.
I think if you've got speakers and the kids are awake and you can make the noise, then you play your speakers. But when you're on vacation or the kids are asleep, headphones.
Yeah, it's really good.
I mean, I've just fallen in love with these H95s again, just being on vacation this summer. Being able to just turn the dial, shut the world down.
But Steve and Eric, you have the H95s, right?
Yeah.
So that thing that you have around your ear cup, try to do like this.
Nice and tight, yeah.
It is nice and tight?
Yeah.
I tried 3 different pairs, and they went up, out and in when I did like this, and it felt like really cheap. Yeah, and then on the other hand...
I don't remember that feeling either.
I would like that. No, it's the wheel.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, nice and solid.
Okay, then I would like the wheel to be more tough, not like whoosh. I would like it to be like a click, 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 or something that is more like hard to turn.
Where you have some tactile feedback, you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I still think I saw when I was at Bang & Olufsen the last time, I met Jens Gamsbo, who's marketing director or something, and he was like, "So why do you have AirPods?" I think, and then I said, "Well, they're just better than all the headphones that you guys are making." And then he said, "Well, have you seen these?" And he always has these headphones around his neck, and he showed me the H95s, and I said, "Okay, take a look at this." And then I did like this with the thing that you turn. Yeah. I said, "This is just very cheaply made." And then I gave him the headphones back, and then he was like, "Oh, I can't unsee this now." And then he was like, "See you."
Well,
you destroyed somebody at Beolab.
Yeah.
Were you escorted out, or did he?
Come again?
Were you escorted out?
No.
With security because of that.
I was having a meeting with Mr. Anderson about the Bang & Olufsen app.
Yeah. But
I just think for the price point, I like the titanium drivers and all these kind of things. But I just think for the price point, compared to other products, that these wheels that you can turn feels very, very cheap.
I don't really think of it that way. As you say, tactical feel would be nice to have some kind of haptic feel to it. But otherwise, you kind of set your setting and you either go max.
And then you.
In my case, I really so it's kind of do it once or twice.
Yeah, all I remember was like a super smooth yet tight bearing. That's what it felt like. Like it was precision machined, and that's how it turned in.
Yeah.
Oh, I have never felt that on H95s.
No, I've been really happy with this. It's maybe not the very best, but it's not. Yeah, as Michael says, it's nice and smooth.
Maybe it's only the pairs that are selling in Denmark that sucks.
No, maybe it's because you throw your products up in the air and kick them and drive over them.
I have to say that I'm saying this on the video as well. I'm feeling very, very bad about this at the moment, and I don't hope I get sued about this. So I felt, actually, bottom to my heart, I felt very, very bad when I threw the product 4 to 5 meters up in the air, and I thought that, oh, it's going to hit grass, because there was a grass field beside me. So I threw it up like this, and I didn't realize that I bent it a bit backwards. So it went out to the beach, and it hit like all these big rocks. So, yeah.
When I was like 16, I think it was, when I had the Nokia, it was the 5210, I think it was called. It had a rubberized shell to it. It was, advertised, and it should, be very, proof against, drops and all that. And I took it to my friend and I said, this is, should, withstand hard hitting something, and it just just threw it up in the air, like, as you say, 5-6 meters or so. And we were on the kind of grass area, and just tipping point to it was asphalt, and the wind just decides no, and it hit the asphalt. And in that sense, I think that even the Nokia 3310 wouldn't stand it almost, because
no, but with the 32 and 3310, you just buy a new case.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, there was like €10 even back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
do you guys, Steve and Eric, think that the Berluti Extra is worth it? I mean, Steve, you took a look at them, didn't you?
I did a bit more than that I couldn't put on video. I had an appointment with Berluti's own store manager at Conduit Street in London.
oh, nice, huh?
And I had a full store and sort of product tour there, and we talked about the leather working and the shoes and the other things they make. I mean,
can I just ask you a quick question before you go on? Is Berluti very known in that area?
No,
or?
No, it's super high-end leather. It's like £600 for €700 for a pair of shoes. I think it was £12,000 for a table football set, or made it.
Yeah, I think Willie and Michael was looking at it and was just going, shell-shocked.
Yeah, but the guys didn't want to go on camera, unfortunately. But they were great. They showed me everything. They got all the products there, and they taught me through exactly what they do with the leather, and it is amazing.
Do they have the Harmony as well?
No, that's only in Paris, Galerie Lafayette, I think. The store there, but. It's only the top band of the H95 that is the Berluti leather. The ear cups are still standard, but they're brown.
Really?
Yeah, but they're still really, really nice.
You wouldn't get that impression looking at the picture.
So how much are you paying for the leather that is actually not even touching
in
your
that
head?
sense, pretty much
400 extra British pounds, I think.
Jesus.
And it's great.
I do like the looks of them. And if I should choose a pair of 95s, I would choose the Berluti edition. Yeah. But I mean, if you pay 400 quid for just the leather that's on top, that's not even touching your head.
Yeah, but 400 quid in a Berluti shop gets you a wallet, a credit card holder.
Barely,
I would rather have a credit card holder than.
But the thing is, I wouldn't pay £600 for a pair of shoes myself. But if you're the sort of guy who does that, then actually at Berluti prices, it's actually fairly decent compared to the other things.
The sense of kind of the price for the new price for these compared to this in percentage is very different. Yet compare the rest of the product, the other part seems very, very much more expensive to what to actually get compared, because with the H95 Berluti, I think because how they actually look compared to the regular ones and the price, it's if you didn't get the numbered special edition one, these are the special edition, because the special edition ones that I have, it's just regular black. I have to look to see the the ear cups are the inside. It's gold, bronze instead
Eric,
of...
yours are cheap. Buy the Belucci.
Yeah, Anders did. He had the regular ones and was going to replace them. Now he has both, but he's kind of that kind of guy. But still, I really like the Belucci ones.
I do like the look of them. The leather feels good. The one thing I wouldn't do is I wouldn't get the A1 Belucci because only that leather strap is changed.
Yeah,
that's the only bit of Belucci leather.
Yeah, and then they spray painted the logo on top.
Yeah, but that's by also they do that.
But the balance actually looks really nice.
Hey,
That's where their leather works.
Since Willie loves Berluti, he's probably going to ask, what's on the back? Is it stitched or is it glued or is there a seam?
No, it's stitched. I think it's done from a single piece of leather. But that's their thing. They make a pair of shoes out of one piece of leather.
Do you have a picture of the back, Steve?
I should have. I think
Can we see a picture? Because I would really like to see it from the back.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Let me see what I can find out. So yeah, I'll give me a few minutes. I'll nip into my video that I took.
We'll talk about Eric's H95s that is just so special compared to the Belucci edition. Yeah,
they're so special they had to hide it.
That's kind of the thing. When I actually got these, and the guy who sold them to me was like, there are 14 different, special pieces that this have, and I was like, had I gotten the regular ones? But yeah, you can see it's a little bit gold here. Yeah, you have to open it to see the gold there. The screws, gold. And yeah. So for my part,
is it magnets?
Come again?
Yeah.
Is it magnets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still like everyone. Yeah. But for me, the kind of most special part about these, because I didn't think many people had to choose which kind of number they got, and I was very fortunate to actually was able to choose the number 88 in 1988 when I was born. So that makes them pretty special to me. Otherwise, I would sell these and get the Belucci ones if I had another number. So.
But yeah, to answer your question, I've not got a photo of the back of the balance, unfortunately. But it's a single seam down the back.
It would just be nice to see it because it's not on any product pictures or anything.
Order it.
Yeah. I actually tried, but they couldn't deliver it because all units was in Asia.
Yeah.
But isn't it like almost double the price?
Yes.
I'd rather have two balances, normal ones at that point.
Yeah.
I would too.
I mean, and for 500 more, I'd rather have the marble one.
I wouldn't.
No,
but
black.
I mean, in terms of like marble, like that thing is a lot heavier. It's
more solid in that case.
And it's not some sort of crappy marble. It's not something they found over there.
Yeah.
No. It looks amazing, and I mean it's a special product that.
And you also get that bang also in like a tilting view. Yes.
Logo on them and everything.
It's special.
Well, talking of balance, is John from Manchester watching?
I don't know.
He's been helping me with a little secret project. We've managed to get it working from a non-B&O TV with no delay.
That's pretty
Thank you, Don.
Yeah, thanks, Don. So Apple TV 4K second gen will do audio return ALC
and no delay.
TV. As long as it's a non-GVA balance, then it works. And the same with non-GVA level or emerge.
So how do you connect it?
You go HDMI ARC to the TV to the Apple TV, and then AirPlay.
So yeah. That
so the Apple box can delay the picture out if needed.
Yes. Yeah, or it's minimizing the audio delay.
The Apple TV actually goes through and says that I'm gonna delay the picture, and then the Apple TV decides to say that I'm gonna wait to start the stream, and if you start the stream on the TV, the stream will come like this, and then when you AirPlay to our Bang & Olufsen product, it will go like freeze frame, and then play, and
yeah,
that's good. That's
cool. But the only way it doesn't work is if it's a GVA balance, because Google then takes hold of the
Yeah, they need to know what you're listening to.
Yeah.
That takes
yeah, it works
time.
quite nicely with the standard one.
Your level is a non-GVA, right?
Mine's GVA, unfortunately, but I just set it up.
I agree,
use it
unfortunately.
Yeah. I just set it up in the Bang & Olufsen app, but then not in the Google app. So I use it as non-GVA. I'm not a Google Spy fan.
No, nor am I.
It's so irritating. I have in the software set it as my BeoSound 1, as it shouldn't be listening. Yet it talks to us, in very strange kind of spooky ways. It's just rambling on and Google stuff that we didn't ask for. Yeah, it's very special. It's very weird.
My products never do this.
Yeah.
I never have any issues. Never. It's crazy.
You can turn the mic off, right? You know that, right?
Yeah, and I think I've done it, but maybe since I, when we moved and all that, maybe I, feeble it or something. But yeah, just always standing up very tall. So
you can also set it up as an AirPlay speaker, and then the whole Google doesn't work anyway.
Yes.
And how is that done?
You probably reset it, and then in your Wi-Fi thing, you go into the speaker, and you roundabout way the whole. You don't need to do the whole Google Home app nonsense.
Yeah, and you can set it up in the Apple Home app as well, and assign it to a room, and you can set your speakers to play that way.
Apparently, Callum is getting messages from Google. It has told him to change his mind, love Google, and tell me all your information.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I wouldn't be surprised if they actually occasionally do that when you're asleep.
Yeah.
We love you here at Google Inc.
Brendan's got a good point. 50 people are watching, only 18 like it. So what's that? 32 who are watching but don't like it.
Yes. Thank you if you smash the like button. It actually helps a lot. It doesn't cost you anything.
Are we asking people to dislike if they're one of the 32 who doesn't like it then?
No.
No?
I mean, it's not as hurtful as annoying people think it is, but it's better to like it if you can.
Yeah.
Also, this will give YouTube the incentive to actually tell you when new videos are up and that sort of thing. Because YouTube is sort of weird that if you watch a channel all the time but don't like it, they, as in like literally push the like button, they will not always send you new information about that channel, or as what's been happening more and more, they won't even put it in your subscription feed lately.
I heard people has really trouble with the algorithm with YouTube and all that.
Yeah, there's certain channels where I, in the last month, forgot to like it, it turned out. As in leave a like. And I watch them every time something comes out, and the last 2 weeks, they don't even come in my subscription feed.
No. But don't worry, Michael, I've liked it, even though I'm on it. So
thank you, Steve.
Not
Thank
entitled
you.
to it. Yeah.
I got a strike. Actually, I got 2 strikes from YouTube.
Ooh. For what now?
It's like I've been a bad boy. All my videos is said that, I mean, I'm not putting anything in that's not for if you're less than 18 years old. I mean, my things is just about audio products from Bang & Olufsen, and maybe sometimes I do something stupid with things, but it's still for everyone. So I got 2 copyright strikes on my BeoSound Balance sound tests.
Which music did you use?
And I was just like, okay, so I'm using music that I've created for another video. I shouldn't get copyright striked on that because nobody is saying anything, nobody's doing anything. So the thing is, on the wall, I have a picture of Ole Ehlenberg, which is a Tintin cover where there is a woman with panties on. And that is in the frame as well. What you can see on the beach, and you can see that in my living room as well. And I got striked out of YouTube. So
you know why? Because it's not under educational.
Probably.
No, that is true, because under educational, there is... I shouldn't say this, but there's probably too many horny men watching. There's women showing everybody how to breastfeed. And it's all out, uncensored, in the open. And that's fine and monetized. Because
How
it's
do you know
education.
this?
Because somebody else was complaining about the algorithm. So
Yes, of course.
there is worse. There is naked yoga on YouTube.
Is there?
What?
Yes.
How did you find
He was
that?
like, really?
Educational.
Okay, guys, I need to go. So
Yeah.
I'll see you on Sunday. Have a good evening.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. The weird things that go when you change the drop down menu under what it is, because I take it we're either in entertainment or science and education or something.
Mine is just personal.
No. When you can upload videos, right, and then somewhere at the bottom.
Oh yes, you set the category, don't you?
Yeah, you set the category, and certain categories allow certain things more leniently than other categories.
And mine is entertainment.
Yeah, mine are
Yeah.
also. Yeah.
I've got science and technology, I think, but probably we should all go to education. And bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah. We should add some naked yoga. No.
We should have some naked yoga.
After you,
We
Henrik.
should do that on BeoTalk number 200.
I have a
It's
feeling
much like you
YouTube
do,
is
so
sexist
it's no
though,
big-
and the naked male yoga is not so much too much floppage.
I can just do this, so I mean, that's all you get.
By the way, the next thing I kind of well, it's a 2-for-1 because Steve, you also made a mini review about the 28's, and so did Henrik, except nobody understood it because it was Danish once again. Are you both still in love with 28's, or is it?
It's love-hate for me. I think they will improve as the software carries on in the way that the 50s did and 90s did. But for me at the moment, they're great for music that doesn't have deep bass as part of the music. But so, like, if you're into your 80s pop like me, then they're lovely. But some classical tracks and things, if you've got like pipe organs with the bass pipes, no. So, yeah, I think they'll improve. They're really, really good. I'm just nitpicking. I'm splitting hairs here, but they're.
It's kind of funny because I totally agree with you, Steve. They have, of course, some demo numbers that you should listen to in the store, and when you listen to the demo numbers, they sound absolutely amazing. I did some sound test, A/B test, and I mean it's not a fair point to get the Beolab 28 compared to the Beolab 5s. It's not a fair comparison, but I mean, you guys asked for it, so that's why, and I had the opportunity to deliver it, and that's why I delivered it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Amazing.
the funny thing is that on one of my videos, I actually think I have one left that I didn't release. I will release that tomorrow or something. But on the video, some people say that the 28 sounds better than the 5s, and then on the other video, the 5 sounds better than the 28. Mm-hmm. And that is 2 different tracks. On the first track, where they think the Lab 28 sounds better, is on a track that has very, very deep bass. But the reason why they think the 28 sounds better is because my microphone can't pick up the 15 hertz that 5s is actually pulling out in the room. So they think, whoa, this sounds much more richfulness than the 5s does. But in the room where you're actually sitting, the 5 sounds so much better. And that is something that the 28s just can't do.
Yeah.
The
Shall I send you a better mic, Henrik?
I think I'm going to get a strike, by the way, now, because I saw your same bloody picture.
Yeah, mini DSP mic should do it.
Yeah, but the thing is that mic is not very musical.
No.
But it will reference down to 8 hertz, so it would do the job, but it just doesn't sound very good when you do the difference of the speakers. I have tried it, but it sounds like it's good for reference curves and the response curve, but it's not good for music. So, I mean, the 5 is still a better speaker than the 28, but I mean, everybody knows that. But if you're a newer generation than I am, like Eric's generation, he just came out and said, "Oh, I'm so fucking young." So he has.
I mean, look at his face. Look at it.
He has the ability to AirPlay, Chromecast, Bluetooth, my buttons, whatever. Everything is in that speaker, and I mean, it's just a crazy good speaker.
Yes.
And the footprint of the speaker is like 1/5 of the 5s.
Mm.
That's kind of the thing that because the technology that the 28s really have compared to, the rear side, just the power of the 5s. It's just amazing how much still they can produce and be so goddamn close.
It's crazy. And I mean, the speaker size in the 28 compared, I mean, we're comparing these kind of speakers with a 50 woofer and a massive mid-range speaker as well. It's not a fair comparison, but they still put up with the job. And I mean, if you put the technology that is in the 28s and put them into the 5s, I mean, you would have an amazing speaker.
And for me, that I compare them with the 20s that have a 10-inch woofer. And the first when I actually heard the 28s is how damn they are in wide mode. They are exactly the same almost as the 20s. It's just that in the narrow mode, they get so much even better, focus on the listener. And it's just so really amazing. And also that finally the sound image is higher up, so it's more natural to listen to. And it's actually a smaller size, so it fits in your home much more easy to place. Because I think it's not that many who have got the 20s because of maybe the size, the placement, just kind of weird because it's too low, it's too wide. Even you get the 18s or you get the 50s or 5s in that sense. So
they're almost pentas reimagined, I think.
Yeah. But just more same speakers.
So much better.
Yeah.
So have you figured out yet which you're going to keep, Henrik?
I'm actually saying it in the video.
I can't understand that.
So the thing is, I started out, first of all, YouTube actually just cut out 11 minutes of my intro. So when I started out the live stream, it just, poof, it was gone. So the whole intro was just, and I was just like, no, that's not going to happen. But it went okay. But at first, I listened to some music, and I do really like the sound. It's the colored sound of the Beolab 28. I do enjoy that sound. It's like very fluffy and creamy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It makes the music sound bigger than it really is, doesn't it?
Yes. And if you listen to the same track on the 5s, it's like something is missing. But then
it is very neutral in that sense.
Yeah, but I mean, the 5s sounds like the musician wants the music to sound. Yeah. And the 28 colored everything. Let's do like this. And it is breathtaking when it works. And when it works very, very good. So when I listened to music, I was like, oh, this number is better on the 5s. This number is better on the 28. Then I did the same with the volume. So take, for example, Justin Timberlake and Chris Stapleton Say Something.
Oh, yes.
You have that big boomy bass where it goes woof. So I tried that on volume 50 on both sets. And I mean, the 28 did a very, very good job. Yeah. Then I did the same test at 60, 65, 70, 80. And I mean, when we got past 65, the 28 couldn't deliver that punch. But when I went to 80 or 85, the whole couch was shaking. And I mean, my wood floor, which is hardwood, that's what she said, just like it, when you sit with your feet on the floor, it feels like it's waves.
Yeah.
I can sit in my wheelchair when I have the thighs because
and
also in the sofa. Yeah,
Eric like starts rolling backwards.
But the thing was, when I was done listening to music, I still didn't know which speaker I wanted at that point.
Isn't that a good thing though, in a way?
Yes, it is a very good thing, because that means that the 28s are fit for the job, for music. Then I went for watching.
And also that the 5 still are an amazing speaker for the age.
I mean, the thing is, you can get a pair of 5s for about 5,000 quid.
Yeah.
And the 28 is 9,000.
Yeah.
Something like that, right? In that ballpark. So when I was done listening to music, I was like, okay, so I don't really listen to music at volume 85 anyways. I listen to music at volume 50. Yeah. And then when I'm listening to music in front of the speakers, I go to 65, maybe 70. But at volume 30 and up to 45-ish, when it's just background music, the 28 does it better. Because they color the sound that make it more richfulness.
I think that's the thing.
I don't know if it makes any sense.
It's exactly the same with the balance, with the essence, with the emerge and the level. Up to 50 on each one.
Not the emerge.
Absolutely sing. Take them past 50.
Not the emerge.
No.
We hate the emerge.
No.
If you can't get the emerge is the best sounding of all three when it's less than 50.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, people.
But you've got to have it in the corner of the room. It's a rear-facing bass port.
It sounds very good compared to. I mean, that type of speaker. You don't even. If you're listening to it volume 50, then there's something wrong with you, not the speaker. I'll say that.
But that's the thing. 30, 35 volume for quiet background music. Absolutely beautiful music. It's far better than the level.
Kitchen, in the bathroom, you have it in those kind of volumes, and it sounds amazing. So
let's agree to disagree.
No, let's agree that they are the best speaker that ever.
I hate it.
But get it in the corner of the room. Get it back into the corner.
I tried it.
Yeah.
I had it in the corner. I had it right there.
But you don't put a baby in the corner. So.
The price point of emerge doesn't match the product. It's way too expensive.
It is expensive if you compare it to the M3.
Yeah.
But what should you compare it to, Steve?
You should compare it actually to the M3. That's pretty. You're pretty right in that sense.
Then it is way too expensive.
Not way too.
It's 2x the price.
I like the product of the usability of the product, that the new technology inside the product. I do love it. I hate the design. I took it out to my parents' house at a barbecue party, and everybody over 45 thought that it was an amazing speaker. Or it looked good. And everybody under 45 said, why did you bring it?
So I'm actually old in that sense, even though with this face?
I have tried everything with the speaker.
Yeah.
The sound is okay, but it doesn't match the price point. That's why I hate that product. And especially when Bang & Olufsen, right on their own page, amazing sound, immersive, it's crazy, it's good. It's just, no, that's bullshit marketing right there. So I hate it. That's why I hate it. I don't hate it just because the product. But
the only thing I don't think it should have been plastic polycarbonate in the black. It should have been black leather.
Agreed. And I've never seen the wooden edition though.
I actually don't think that is as good.
It's kind of nice, but
it doesn't last as well. Look at the wood ones in a store that have been used and played with,
but that's €750. Like, holy hell, that's a lot of money. I'd rather buy a level at that point for 500 more.
And it's a lot of money for a bad speaker.
But it depends how you listen. That's the thing. If you have a room where you go and it's completely quiet and you just read a book and you have quiet music, in that room, the level and the M3, even M5, at those quiet levels, if you're looking at 60 decibels or less, they just don't sound as good. They sing when they're turned up, but turn them quietly, they cannot give you that accuracy. That's where the Emerge works. And it's not for everyone.
But yeah, as you say, it's just too bad that you need such an expensive speaker at that kind of volume level.
And so, I get that. But
I still, I like it. I like the design of it. And actually, I like the kind of very narrow-ish design to it.
Let's get back to the 28 and 5s. I hate the Emerge. So,
do you want to know how to use the 28s with a non-B&O TV?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, okay. Transmitter 1. There's a little, Bang & Olufsen do a little add-on called an RCV 3000, and it's a USB plug into the transmitter 1, and it picks up the TV remote control. So now, when you go optical from the, Sony TV into the transmitter 1, the transmitter 1 it looks for the TV remote for volume adjustment.
Yeah,
so
but how about the delay on the
speakers? There's no delay at all. It's wiser.
Amazing.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
Also, when you use the mood wheel and stuff.
Yeah, what it will do, it will switch to wiser when it gets the signal from the transmitter.
It's deep.
We'll wait for Henrik. Yeah.
He's like, I'm running the show. Shut up.
No, but please explain it because it's.
Yeah, so you basically set it up as a wiser speakers with the transmitter 1, but you can plug in your Sony Panasonic TV, and this little RCV 3000 lets you use the TV remote when you're playing the TV. The rest of the time, you can work your app. You can use the mood wheel on the top of the speaker. It's just really nice, neat way.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
You can also use a 4 if you want it wired.
Yet you think that it should be, more complicated than it actually is. But
yeah, and I'm amazed that B&O are not telling the dealers this. So
maybe for a reason. Maybe I don't know.
Could be.
Well, maybe they are, but they're not
the
bothered.
Clips. Yeah, get the clips. Get the harmony.
Yes, maybe that's the reason. Yeah.
Well, it also could be that a lot of dealers aren't all that bothered to find out how it works with other stuff. I don't know why, because you're shooting yourself in the foot, quite honestly. But
I would rather say that it's kind of two types of dealer, or three types. They don't know that you can actually do it. Two, that you want to sell just the Bang & Olufsen more. That you can only use this on Beovision product. Get the harmony, get the clips. Or actually say that, they know that, and you just tell you it's no problem at all. So, but I think it's more of the first two that they either don't know or they don't want you to know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of that. But now it's good to know.
Yeah. Bendixson has asked in the chat, balance. He says balance is a closed system. Can you use them as front speakers like with other Beolabs? The answer is not yet. It's being discussed at the moment. I'm talking to B&O's product development about the options. I would say if you really need to use it as part of a surround system, don't buy them yet, but keep a close eye on it, because there are a lot of extra things that are going to be unlocked for balance, level and emerge to make them work with B&O TVs and potentially with other options as well.
Or in that sense, even buy them now, but don't,
don't rely on them for.
Don't rely on it to do this right now, but maybe in the future it will. So use it for another, use it for music as their own for now. We'll see.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right. Everything all right?
Sorry, were you gone? I didn't notice.
My mom went to the hospital.
Oh, that's not good.
Her tongue swallowed up, so. Yeah, she's at the hospital right now, but everything is okay. And
and the hospital is the best place to be when something happens. So it's kind of reassuring that. And
everything's fine. So
it's good.
Cool. Good. Yeah. She's not a person that goes to the hospital. So she's okay. So that's good.
Safe place. So
safe place. So let's get back to that emerge and throw it up.
No, we've done it.
And then
we've done it.
5s and 28s.
Could we take a slight sidestep and talk about your thoughts about the covers on the 5s?
Oh yes.
Yes, but
I like them in black.
You don't know which speaker I'm done with.
Oh no, we got that sorted. We're sorted there.
Oh, okay.
It's all done. It's all done.
I just did a video. I haven't put it live yet, so this is like a teaser of the covers for the 5. I mean, the robustness and the when you like put it all together, it's with magnets and all kinds of stuff, and it's like very, very thought through, and it just looks amazing. And I mean, these kind of thing, I just posted a picture on my Instagram today, and they take the Lab 5s. I mean, the Lab 5s is a beautiful speaker, but it takes the Lab 5s into the new century where everything needs to be wooden covers, wooden everything. And I don't agree on that we should put wood on everything, because prestige creators also do wood lamellas for the 8000s.
Yeah, I have them. I love them.
Yeah, really I don't love them. I think the 8000s look stupid with the lamellas. I think they are way too wide. But that's my opinion. And
but you know, they do so much different kind of products. And as for the stage, for me, and when Michael,
the stage looks amazing.
Yeah,
but the Beolab 18 looks amazing, but the 8000 with the lamellas, I think they're way too wide. So,
what do you think of the 6000 then? Because for me, it looks more natural to just seeing this all the way down, just more
mixed.
Mixed maybe.
Yeah. For me, the 8000s work because they're in a dining room where you don't normally see the foot of the speakers. You see them from about a third of the way up to the top. And that way that you don't see the full height, so the width doesn't matter. They look absolutely spot on.
Maybe I've just seen them in the wrong environment.
Yeah.
I mean,
but still, there's so many different ways of they actually do it. You know, the 4000s, the 6000, 8000. No, so many different ways of speaker covers that they actually do and still perform. It looks very amazing.
I just think that I like the looks of the 8000, but with the lamellas on it, I think it's a way too wide speaker compared to the footprint. But I mean, the 5s, it does something good about it. And I mean, my wife
gives it some kind of texture and volume to it down below, which is actually otherwise very plain.
My wife came into the living room when I did the 28 and the 5 comparison, and I took the 28 inside the dining room, and I just had the 5s there. The only thing that I'm missing, which I'm going to hunt for right now, is the Harmony, the Tuxedo edition for the Harmony. That would just look killer with these lamellas on.
Come again, what's the Tuxedo edition?
That is the black and aluminium.
Okay. Thank you, Ben Dixon.
I mean but I do love the lamellas on the 5s, and I love the whole idea of how Prestige has actually made these things, because everything is just click, 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 and then on the back you have like these 3D printed things that goes with a curve on them, and it's so smooth when you connect them together, and it's just it's so nice. I mean, it's crazy.
Would you rather have the smoothness of the edges, or would you rather have more sharpened edges?
No, the smoothness.
Yeah,
definitely the smoothness as it is. Because it makes the bottom of the speaker more like round, but not round. It's just so. I mean.
It just takes the sharp corner off, doesn't it? But keeps the flow.
Yes, exactly, Steve. I mean, it looks so amazing, and it's in my living room right now, and I just every time that I look at it, it's just wow. It
gives it so much texture. I think it's
been done. A lot of years.
Yeah, I still remember Eric and I saying that the corner should be a bit rounded and not straight, like other people have tried and or badly photoshopped.
But the thing is,
it's so smooth and clean. Yeah.
It just looks very, very good.
By the way, public service announcement: buy your oak covers at Prestige Creators, because the other people sometimes Photoshop them or just slap some wood together. I've seen some horrible ones.
Yes, and I totally agree.
I've bought Prestige.
And that is also why I'm doing a video on the 5s, hopefully this week with the Prestige covers, because I mean, it's such a precision work that's went into these lamellas, and I was like, I thought that maybe we would have some flaws somewhere, and maybe I should see if the price point matches the product. And
you think that when you see this kind of product, then
it's such a precision work.
Yeah, it's
and
kind of
you can see that it's very precision, and it's handmade, and it's so nice.
But it's the same kind of way when Michael reviewed the stage covers. It is so solid, and it's just so much, overly done work to it, and it just has the best.
Are the magnets on these also crazy, where you are sort of near and it just slaps out of your hand?
Yes, this is made out of 5 pieces, and then you have the 2 pieces for the back. The back of the 5s where you have the power link and power bar or everything.
Yeah.
So it's 5 pieces, and every time when you put the pieces together, it's just like it just sticks. The magnets are amazing, and I mean, if the magnets weren't that good, then you could maybe get them slightly off. But when they're this strong, it's just like it's like a transformer.
It should be here. It should be
here.
Yeah,
exactly. There's no gap for 1 millimeter. It's just like, here's where I'm going. Here's where I'm going.
Or it's listening crazy. At 80 volume or something starts rattling.
I tried. Exactly. Yeah. I tried at volume 90.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Nothing rabble.
Yeah.
Wait, so Hamilton already is experiencing hearing damage?
No, he wasn't at home.
But again, a hats off to Prestige covers to make these kind of legendary speaker actually feel like very natural, normal. Yes,
I felt like I had gotten a new pair of speakers when I put the covers on.
Yet you had these black covers for it before. And yet you get black lamellas, and yet it's just so much more to it. Yeah,
I do also like the oak, but you need a very if you have like a special floor. On my floor, it doesn't work with the oak, but the black lamellas works great on my floor, on my setting and my whole. But I do like the looks of it.
When you actually have the covers that you have now, with some kind of gray kind of stone floor with it. Looks amazing.
Eric, by the way, they do custom colors, right? You can buy this set and have it in white.
Yeah. I would actually love to have these lamellas that I have on my 5s right now. I mean, I love the black ones, but if I could get them in smoked oak the way that they did smoked oak on the BeoVision 14, or the 28's for that sake. I mean, that would look amazing crazy.
Make it happen. I
mean, smoked oak on the 5s in my living room would be craziness.
But I think, the best thing or the coolest thing about these speakers is that
that was Siri, not Google.
Apologize. But about the Beolab 5 kind of design to it is most of the unique design to it is on top. You have the disc, and those discs and you kind of see the throat of the speakers. That's kind of what makes it unique. Below the neck to it, you have kind of the body to it, and it's very plain, depending on the fabric, but still, the white that I have, very plain. The black ones, still very, and to make this kind of texture to it, the whole kind of speakers now speaks compared just to the top of it.
I think it makes it very modern. It
makes
lifts
it
to...
very modern. Yet I think Beo could have pulled this off back in 2003-5, still with this design, and they could have redone it again later on, but still, the amount of kind of precision work that Prestige covers has done to it to feel like it's a real Bang Olufsen product, it's just amazing. I mean, it's just very cool, I have to say.
I love it.
Slightly different subject, but Henrik, you were saying about Hamilton and speakers. Just literally 2 minutes before we started the podcast tonight, my dad came in and handed me I don't know if you remember on the old analog cameras, the slide that you used to get you used to have to put it in a projector and shine it at the wall, and it was me about the same age that Hamilton is now, with my mum holding me, she's passed away, but in the back corner are the Bang & Olufsen speakers they had. And he says, I thought you might want to see this. He says, I can't remember what the speakers were, so I haven't got it ready to show you, but I'm going to need some help identifying those speakers.
Yeah, but Steve, you've grown up with, you have people who had Bang Olufsen in your kind of family. Yeah. And Michael, you too, right? Yeah, and Henrik? No.
Well, they had a old BeoVision something with a remote that says noises where the dogs bark when you push up the volume. But
that was pre the chocolate bar.
Yeah, they that's the only Bang & Olufsen product they had.
No, the first thing I remember as a little baby when I was crawling was they had Beogram 1000, and I used to sort of turn the little queuing lever to raise the lower the arm. Get off that.
I'm hoping with my experience, because I lacked the experience of, I got into Bang Olufsen when I was 15 or so, when I really got into it or experienced for the first time. But I hope that Alphonse now would just grow into like having Bang Olufsen.
Of course he will.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Because he's going to his friends and he's like, why do you have to point all this shit at things?
Why does the TV go like this?
Yeah. I like when he does that. Yeah. Great.
Well, my daughter, when she was about 5-6 years old, went round to a friend's house and it got dark in the evening and she picked up the TV remote. And they said, what are you doing? She said, I'm putting the lights on.
Yeah.
It's not working.
That's kind of, yeah.
It's like,
I like when the
dealer told me be able to close the curtains and put the lights on with the remote.
Yeah. Thank you, Don.
Also that you have different kind of remotes, why we have that. And I remember my old kind of dealer in Stockholm that you turn the TV and just where do you turn the TV? I mean, where do you turn the TV? You have to go from, you don't turn a 50 30 or 20 kilos TV, you don't turn it. But yet you just
except with B&O when it's like 100 kilos it goes zzz, zzz.
I mean, still. And I still like the design of the CRT and kind of the old tube TV. That the MX series is still, it has a place in the Modern Art Museum. And it's also fun to see that I saw a video, a Swedish new kind of singer. She's amazing. And when she's made a music video, when she's looking back to it, it's an homage to her family or to her sisters. She's watching all VHS tapes, and she does it in this white environment. And she has the MX 7000, I think it is, or 8000, still in the active speakers, and it's in blue, and it's just you see it on so many different angles. It just looks so modern, yet it's old. Big TV.
I think the old Avant series is nicer than the MX personally, but that's maybe because
I like the MX.
Yeah,
I like the old Avant.
Shut up. No, I mean the Avant is amazing because they had the amazing, especially the flat screen one. It has the amazing, kind of fooling the eye that it's a flat screen. It's a flat. It looks flat, and you go behind it. You just go, oh god damn! It's never-ending story. It just it's big, but the MX still looks kind of neat, small. It's just that kind of design back to it, and you can tilt it with a kind of inbuilt one. It had this many different options that just makes Bang Olufsen so damn amazing. Yeah, man, I love the TV.
Amazing. But I'm going to digitize that old slide, and then if somebody could, perhaps one of you guys or somebody who's watching, could then have a look and see if you can spot what these speakers are. That would be great.
We can use it as a like kind of.
Use it as a thumbnail.
Yeah.
But I think John did it for his advent calendar to spot kind of old bangles and stuff to see what it actually was. I think we can do kind of a similar thing in here.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll try and get that done tomorrow and get the photo on my Instagram, and then we'll see if people can spot what they are.
If a person get it right, will they?
You first have to spot it in all these new pictures on your Instagram. Bloody hell! I saw a picture earlier, and I'm scrolling like, where the hell is it?
But
yeah, I think there's been 150, 160, and
that's a lot.
Yeah.
But still, for the kind of competition-wise, I would like it if the one who spotted can have to get, or kind of will have to get the kind of Beolab product that this product person.
Oh yeah, we'll have to see if Bang & Olufsen would give a prize. Maybe I'll ask them.
Yeah,
because I never thought they'd play along with this photo game that I did, but I emailed them Tuesday night.
Maybe they can give away this product.
Oh yes, everyone will want that.
Beaten up Explorer.
Yeah. But yeah, it was amazing. Emailed them Tuesday night. Wednesday morning, they posted, send in your photos to them as well, and called it the Bang & Olufsen curated galleries. So, yeah, I've been posting, and then they've been sharing them as well. So it's been brilliant.
Because I was going to pull up this one that's currently up, another example of a enormously heavy TV that just goes.
Oh yes, that's a friend of mine actually. He's got an amazing system. You'll see some other pictures from him as well, Richard. He's got open reel tape decks. He's got biograms. He's got music systems. He's an amazing setup.
I like that when still people get most new products or new customers get used to new stuff and just that's new stuff, but the old ones still have adapted. They have the old ones still.
Yeah, but you can't get this away. When you bought this TV, they sent a structural engineer round first to see if your floor could handle it.
And can you see what's really tricky with this? Just above the screen,
there's
a steel joist. They had to make sure when it raised, it only went up just short of that joist.
Yeah,
I mean, this is what 260 kilos of TV.
Yeah.
And for people that don't know, this whole TV moves up, and then the speaker comes from the back and forward.
Yeah.
It's the
I
left
was going to go
right?
over.
Yeah.
I was going to go and interview him and do a sort of video tour with him, but COVID got in the way. So maybe that's something for the next few months.
I actually did the product video for Bang & Olufsen for is it 20 years ago?
Oh,
don't say it like that. Just back in the time or back in the day.
Back in the time, I did the product video when they launched it in Copenhagen. So I did an interview with some guys from Bang & Olufsen, and they used it for their YouTube channel at that time or some internal things.
Yeah. Was it that kind of video that's still very, I think, the only one kind of still exists, that they have the kind of 100 or something inch screen that still
it's
moves.
a 103-inch.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy big.
It still is today. That's like projector size big.
You don't need a heater in your house if you have that.
That plasma screen is just radiation burn on your face. It's just.
Yeah.
Doesn't he also have 50s in the back?
Yes. Yeah.
As you should. Yeah.
So let's see, I've got a few more pictures from him. Let's see how many there are. There's 8 pictures altogether. We've got there's a Bang & Olufsen open reel tape deck. There's I think a 6500 or 7000 system. An old Beer Master 70s. A wonderful setup. 9000 on the wall. Yeah.
But Steve, can I ask a personal question? That of all these kind of 150 photos or pictures, do you have a personal, this one is just, it has everything.
I think I found it.
I've seen a good few, but what do you think, Michael? Which is your?
I think I found yours.
Oh my!
It's just Pantas, and just once. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's been some amazing decor in some of these. I think, to be honest, it's 50s. 50s are the ones where time and time again I look at them in different rooms and just go, oh yes, they look superb. And it's that's the
for me, the 50s. I mean, they're still very cool modern speakers, but still the kind of bulky design to it, and it had again. For me to just determine that it has a very unique Bang Olufsen timeless era to it is where you can place it and integrate it with all your kind of eras of design to it. And I guess 50s have a certain, kind of narrow edge to it compared to other speakers, I guess. But still, it's very cool to see that 50s are your kind of pick.
Yeah. I'm just loving the comment that's just come up. Lauritz Pedersen's just said there has to be OnlyFans for B&O. It's just, I mean, I've loved putting this together and seeing all these pictures.
I mean, what's OnlyFans? I mean, yeah.
Michael, do you know about it?
Only now that they've disallowed explicit content. Yes.
Of course.
Was it ever? Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, this is B&O porn.
It sure is in that kind of sense, yes. Especially with all kind of your photos, it just yes, yeah.
Redwood says the trend of turning classic B&O design into retrofit with new design language is a little bit tacky and doesn't go very well in most cases, like the BSM 9000. I disagree, because with the oak cover, it works way better with my harmony than without it.
I have to agree.
It's almost that it's a shame that they actually put the kind of the grayish standard one that they actually
purple.
Have. Yeah, it's
in daylight. It's purple.
You're show bragging that this shouldn't be. I mean, this kind of wood cover. It looks so natural, Bang Olufsen, especially now.
I like it. I mean, on the 9000, I like it too. On the 8000, I hate it. But on the 9000, I love it. And on the 5s, I love it. I mean, it does look good.
Yeah. You don't want wood on everything, but just on the right product.
Well, it also depends how the rest of your stuff is. Like, obviously, if you still have a BV7 as your main TV, then why would you?
No.
Because that's going to be a bit strange, because it looks perfect next to a BV7 or an Avant or that sort of thing. But if next to a Harmony, it sort of looks like that's new and that's really old. And it's...
But still, I like the contrast that you can still have 8000 speakers with the normal fabric covers to them, and have the 9000 instead with the wooden covers in the middle. And it looks amazing. So you don't have to, you can still choose which way you go. You can go full wood.
And I mean, it is in Copenhagen, it's Pride Week, so you can go both ways.
You can go both, but you can go either way. So
it will be fabulous.
As long as there's wood, you can go any way you want.
Boom. We did it.
But this way, the BeoVox kind of old.
Was it the 2500s with the tweeter? The little weird dome.
Oh, yes, the BeoVox 2500s. They look lovely.
Yeah.
I mean, those are... If I almost want to buy them just to have them, because you can't ever find them nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't know what to do with them. I wouldn't even use them, probably. But, like, what would I use them with?
We could disconnect the tweeters from your 50s and connect those in instead.
Uh-huh.
And you'd always be in wide mode. You'd be in omni mode.
If you also retrofit that they work with the lift of the lens, so that little cube comes up every time I turn them on, then sure.
Ooh.
Just put them on.
I reckon we could do that. Yeah. Be like a Rolls-Royce badge coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really like the design. It's so timeless.
Yeah.
Because this was almost the late 60s.
Yeah, 64, I think.
Late, I would say. Almost early. Mid, yeah.
And still. I hate it.
But Henry, what do you think about the Rundstrahler? Have I pronounced that right? Rundstrahler?
Rushel?
Yeah, the little gold speaker that would play treble in all directions.
I have no idea. I don't think I've seen it.
Right, I'll have to find you a picture. Let's
send the name to Michael and we'll Google it up, because I think when you actually see it, it's just that kind of classical speaker.
But I really don't like that cube.
No, but this kind of...
I like it for almost like historical purposes more so than
sound of it,
because it was so far ahead of its time. You can actually see where you end up now with moving tweeters in omni sound and that sort of thing.
Oh, you know, the Beolab Freeze has a very kind of reminiscence to kind of the design to it. It's very...
Because to me, what it looks like is like basically B&O had the balls at the time to basically make a prototype and just release it.
Yeah.
And I like that sort of thing.
And that's kind of the idea. When there's an interview, I think it's still in Danish, where Jacob Jensen, when he talks about going to a small company, this kind of small company store, that is just everything was just possible. That's just we can make it. Yeah, we can make it. Yeah, we can make it. So everything was kind of a prototype design to it. It's just amazing. Can you show it?
Yeah, but Steve is I was looking.
I think it's just the other way around now. You can show it to us, but still not.
That working? What, no?
Yeah, you're messing up all the camera angles on my
No.
Henrik, do you see it now?
That off. But if you search for Bang Olufsen Ronstrala, I'll put the spelling in the chat.
I have it up.
Yeah. Oh, right. Sorry.
You didn't give me a minute.
Oh. But they look great.
Henrik, what do you think?
Looks like an Explorer.
Yeah.
Just without the microphone.
Yeah, and it's an Explorer for the 1960s.
Yeah.
And I've heard them, and they sound. A friend of mine on Vainu Island and near Struer. And yeah, they sound really, really nice. Really clear treble. You'd never know they were 50 years old.
So what principle are they? Are they like the Omni sort of compression bowl speaker type things?
Yeah, they've got a sort of it's like an acoustic lens. The tweeter fires down, I think, and then they spread the sound in all directions.
I don't really like them.
Because they're gold.
They are way too Dubai.
No, imagine you're exploring gold and you've got it. Just take away, and it doesn't even have Bluetooth, so there's nothing to hate.
In that sense, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at this. How many photos or pictures of Armand did you actually get of this kind of 90s era, 80s era?
I've got 80s and 90s products in most of them. Some people have... I mean, there's a few new TVs, but generally, there's loads of 80s and 90s, loads of stack systems.
I like I think it's the Danish guy who actually has a Division 11 or something also, but still he has the white whole system of 6,500 or so. And he has the kind of little Danish guard guy, the kind of Kai Borgensen wood figure to it. It's amazing.
The one where it's on the original B&O, is it Attica, the stand?
I think so.
Yeah.
The white one, yeah.
JP Milberg, I think, was the guy who sent me those.
How did these Beogram 1200s hold up today, do you think?
The 1200?
Yeah, because here's a 1200.
They're okay. I had a 1203 years back, and they're good. They're well put together. They're solid.
But the downfall is what, like the needle, or?
Yeah, I think any original B&O needle now will be dead. The mount that holds the cantilever, the rubber perishes. So even if it looks okay, you lose a lot of your treble. But if you've got a new Soundsmith or a rebuilt needle, then they can sound just as good.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you have to restoration the whole kind of arm to it almost, like
just take a caulk gun and
yeah. But I've always used Soundsmith. I love their MMC cartridges.
they have been great for years. I mean, this kind of the own. Is there another company that actually does this kind of the same kind of?
There's 2 or 3 that.
Yeah.
But Smith is the one B&O uses, if I'm not mistaken.
So that's kind of the only one that I ever heard of that's actually used, and it's amazing.
Yeah. But even their basic SMMC4 is, absolutely.
People cannot forget that the MCC4 is still the way to go, kind of average, amazing, taking up very good sound. The ones and two, and then the ones it just, you kind of have to have, back in days, even like 5 still to kind of hear is kind of any difference between, but between 1 and 2, between 1 and 4, yes, you hear it.
I think actually an MMC4 colors it nicely for background music.
Yeah,
I would say yes. So it's
because I have an MMC2 from you and an MMC4, and I switch between them, and depending on what I'm doing, I if I'm not like sitting, I like the MMC4 more.
Yeah, I would say also there's more on the price is worth worth of money to it. Yeah,
MMC4 is cheap compared.
Even if you do it new, you get a new 4. It's still way better almost than an old 2.
Definitely, yes. And I think also, Michael, if you're listening to the MMC4 on Beolab 50s, that's where you'll hear the difference going up to a 2. If you're on 8000, say, or Pentas, you're probably not going to hear much more between them.
No. But I must say, you do lose some of the... Sorry?
What pickup can I put on the 4004, Steve?
The 4004?
I have an MMC 4000, I think.
Yes. That's changed to the MMC 20 now. So it's a direct replacement. So there's it starts with the S, which is the basic one, then 20S, 20E, 20EN, and then 20CL is the top of the line one. So that's the equivalent of an MMC1 on the new.
Yeah, it's just maybe right in between the actually changes, right?
So if I can get my hand on a 20CL, that would be the best.
Well, the best of all is, like we said, Soundsmith or another new one. Even if it's a basic model, a new basic model will be better than a top of the range 30-year-old Bang & Olufsen cartridge.
I think mine came from Soundsmith.
Brilliant.
That was a refurbished one.
So yeah, it will have an S at the start.
But yours had been digging through cocaine for like 10 years.
No. I changed the pickup. I had the MMC 3000 before, and that has been going through some cocaine. But now I got the refurbished one. It's an MMC 4000, I think.
Danish Wall Street, yeah.
But yeah,
the Viking of Wall Street.
This kind of design I really like, the old kind of what was the ever called the calculator kind of equivalent, the old ones, the kind of
yes,
has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it's like a slide rule, wasn't it?
Yeah, slide rule level. Yeah.
The bars that are really long
with logarithm, or we'll call. I have it in my old classroom in. Because I'm a math teacher, I think this kind of measurement of it's very cool to have. It predates the calculator, and the amount of work I have to really put into it to get the answer out of it is just very cool.
Yeah.
And these kind of
I like that people still have centuries.
Yeah, I had one until not long ago, and really nice sound for what it is. I always wanted one when they were new and couldn't afford them at the time.
Still, you said you can't afford them. Still, this was kind of the economy version of the BeoSound 2003 or 300 and 500 and all that.
I like that the guys actually have rims on the floor. It's a car, dude. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. There's the blue and black and then the white one. And then there's a 15-inch driver on either side by the looks of things.
Yeah. That is an awesome setup. That's
Also, that kind of Armand guy, he has the old, this kind of awesome setup almost, but still very much like where people actually goes, don't remove anything. They stay in the kind of era. It's this era, and they just keep it everything around it that way, and it's very cool. Hardcore twist. I mean, almost like this kind of picture of it.
Yeah, that Beogram 1000 on the left. That's the exact model that my parents had when I was a tiny child. Cool. So I remember that, but I don't remember the speakers they had. So that's what I've got to look up.
Yeah,
they'd sold the speakers by the time I was crawling around the floor.
I must say, I do like the sort of design in cabinets and stuff like this. You don't see that in modern cabinets anymore.
No.
Like little trinkets, like that little kick out for the handles, and I kind of miss that. Old furniture was better.
Yeah, especially these 60s Jacaranda teak side tables.
Don't get me wrong, the cheaply made stuff was crap, but like nowadays everything seems to be cheaply made, and you pay through the nose for anything decent.
Yeah.
I mean, a cabin like that today would be like 1,500 quid or so. Maybe more.
There's a Danish company that actually does this kind of almost retro design to it. I think 6,000, euros for it is kind of. But again, there are 14 guys working in this kind of little shop, but still handcrafted, good quality and all that, but still really high price to it. So you can still buy this kind of second-hand on second-hand market for way cheaper. And it kind of the same kind of craftsmanship to it. It's just very cool. It looks amazing. And it still works with, old, new kind of furniture and all new kind of sound products that you actually have.
And that's the thing. I know some people are saying that these designs are looking dated, but I think they're not. They just look sort of retro futuristic. The 4500 system in particular, kind of the first product that I actually bought, it was a second-hand Beocentum 9500 that I had with the Redline 140 speakers. My friend, this was back in 2008, 2009, and my friends came to my house and, they thought it was new because it looks kind of just a kind of touch sensitive buttons, kind of look kind of dated to the 80s. But if you haven't, lived in that kind of where that was just super hyped, it just still looks like very timeless design to it. Yeah. Oh, Michael, you just scrolled away from the clock.
Yeah, I'm back again.
Yeah. Did you spot that? What that's made from?
Yeah, Beolab 3 chassis.
Yeah. I didn't spot it until the guy told me. I was really impressed though that.
Yeah. I spotted that. It looks, very cool.
Why did he make it blue though?
I don't know, but maybe just to match the LEDs on the front.
Yeah. But why get rid of the kind of tweeter unit?
That would have been better with the tweeter on still. Yeah. Still, that just looks cool.
I mean, one thing I do like that everybody seems to have in common is that they are truly B&O nuts. And we have an inch here, we can hang something there.
Yeah.
We must get more.
I thought I was in the minority that I was the crazy guy who was collecting the stuff, and
it's always guys always more crazy. Yeah,
it's brilliant to see the things that people are keeping.
I just have to say that sometimes, guys, less is more.
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
See,
but
this picture right here with the BV11 with the 50s, the Beolab 11, which is fucking crazy. Yeah. And then the tape cord in the background.
The Revox in the back.
And the 9000. I love this.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Just not the Beolab 11.
No, I'll agree with you there. Just take that away. Yeah.
No need for it.
Everything else looks amazing, especially the tape deck.
Yes.
I love that.
I don't think I would ever use that, but it is a piece of art, and I may just buy a broken one just to have it on display.
If anyone's interested, a friend of mine runs an electronics shop, and he's desperately trying to get rid of about 200 blank Revox tapes. So, Give me a shout, anyone out there, if you want Revox tapes. Lots of them.
Bloody hell, that's a lot.
Yes.
How I forget what these reels. How many minutes or songs or whatever do they contain?
It depends how fast you play them. So
you have
always got the trade-off.
Long play and then you have the standard, right, Steve?
Yeah. Well, you've got normally 4 or 5 speeds, I think, on those, and you set how many inches per minute you want to play at, and the quality's better the faster it runs.
Yes.
But you can slow them down to have the best part of an hour on a reel, or speed them up for like studio quality sound, and then use them up in 10-15 minutes.
So they're basically records, just less practical.
Yeah. More fun, more tactile.
I mean, they were. I remember when ABBA was, people know ABBA. I don't have to explain ABBA to people, but still, the guys, the Björn and Benny, was very much into this kind of high fidelity music back in the day, and they were so keen on to make the perfect records and all these also tapes. So they were actually kind of very good studio quality tapes, these kind of round tapes that we're actually talking about now, that were sold to Bang Olufsen or these kind of signed to it. And it was just so very close to the actually remastering of the version that they actually had in the studio. So it's very cool that you can actually get super good quality, or was intended to be heard.
So how is the quality on those tape decks compared to record players, Steve?
If you've recorded it at the highest speed, so you're running the tape through fast, they're completely good enough. They were used in the recording studios up till the 80s and 90s. So they clean up there's a little bit of tape noise, but very, very tiny. You'd never hear it if you weren't listening to it. But no, really, really good. Probably better than a conventional record deck.
Yeah, it depends on the wear and tear because of the needle. If you have an old record from the 70s and it will be played all the time, and the needle and it wears down. It's the same on the tapes. It's magnetic now. It wears down, but still.
Yeah, but it should be a more precision tool than a record player.
Should, as long as you keep the tape heads clean, clean them with isopropyl alcohol. Yeah.
The even more high fidelity version of the record table, I would say.
I'm not gonna go into a bet with you, Michael, tonight to get a.
Yeah, don't say anything now that ends up you getting one in like 2 or 3 weeks. So.
Well, if you get me the master of the Stevie Ray Vaughan Texas Flood album on tape deck, I will buy a tape deck.
Okay, let me write that down.
But it needs to be the original master from the.
Get it in print now. We can actually.
Then I will get one.
ABBA doesn't do it for you, maybe. I can prove my Swedish connection to it. So
I have it in my notes. I shall look up what I have to do for that. But aren't you glad you have your record player now? Because on Instagram, I see you use it all the time.
No, I don't. I just post some pictures and say, "Look at this record player. I'm a hipster too." And
so you're literally doing it for the gram.
Yep.
But aren't they the most hipster way to it?
That's not true. Heidi goes to a lot of second-hand shops. I don't know why, but she likes that. And then she comes home with new records that really threads up my needle, my pickup, because they're scratchy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so sometimes I go in and buy some new stuff, and I do listen to the whole album. I love it. I like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I like that I can multi-room it in my whole house. I think that's amazing. But I turns to take my iPad and just pick some music, and that's it. But I use it at least twice a month.
Yeah.
And I use my music system every day. So it's not.
This is one of my favourite pictures just come up.
Yeah,
mine too.
White stack system on the Atika stand.
I love this piece of furniture and that it was meant for the record deck and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I hate that I can't own it because of my cats, because they would just sit on everything here.
Yeah. When I was a teenager and I got an invite to the launch at one of the big stately homes near us, and that was, mind-blowing.
And my story is kind of when my sister's boyfriend or husband or now. Did I say that wrong again? I always do.
I don't know. If he's her husband, then it makes sense. But it's weird that you don't.
When I was 15, he was like 30. He had this old apartment that he took over from a friend that was bankrupt. So this was this kind of expert collaboration with Bang Olufsen in the 90s apartment, and he still had all these kind of products. This was like in 2002, 2004. And he had this kind of setup. He had the white red line 7,000 speakers, C6, CX50 speakers at the rear, the IR kind of eye to it, and all this kind of everything just worked as we think of multi-room today. And he had this kind of setup. Yet he had it just one kind of stacked. He had the MX 6000 TV to it, and it just everything white. It is white, and it was 90s apartment, yet this looks super modern. And it just, I want this.
This white tower system is worth a fortune now, especially with the white remote.
Yeah, and the kind of the heftiness to the batteries. You should never put it resting on the tape deck that so many people did. That the tape deck is just.
Yeah. I had one in white, a 6500 system, 10 years ago. Wish I'd never sold it.
Yeah. Just amazing.
Story of my life with... So Henrik's saying less is more. No, I went less. And now I'm going, why did I sell it?
I'm actually really happy that I don't have that system.
Why?
I have no idea what I should use it for.
But remember back in the day, this was kind of the ultimate. You have everything. You just...
Yeah, but I mean, I still don't have the advanced CRT.
Yeah. But still, remember back in the day when you just listen to the tape, you listen to the record, you listen to the CD, you listen to the radio, everything just one unit. It's just so very cool. That
I'm way too new for these kind of things. I mean,
yeah. I'm maybe the youngest here, but still old soul compared to you.
Old soul inside.
You have a new soul. You're a very hipstery soul.
I have the youngster soul.
Yeah.
But I draw the line to Bluetooth products.
Yes, quite right.
I'm not that young.
No.
Something Willie and I were talking about last week. In terms of design, we sort of concluded that a Biosystem 5 or a Biosound 5, sorry, looks newer than the Moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's kind of amazing how that goes.
But still, I have to talk a little bit about this picture because this is kind of weird. You have this kind of music unit that costs 5,000 or something at the time. It was very expensive, and the speaker kind of complementing it is the BF4s.
Yeah.
Is that really the way to go? I mean, it's just all the money went into the stereo. I will get speakers later. It's kind of that. It looks good, but sounds, yeah.
I love the Biomaster. Was it called Biosound 5 with the Master 5, and then you have the Encore?
Yeah.
Why didn't they release a left-handed version?
Yeah, exactly. I never owned it, but I mean, sometimes when I'm bored.
Are you a lefty, by the way, Stevie? I'll see that because of the.
And when I'm laying on the couch, I go on the used store somewhere, and then I look for Biosound 5, and I can't figure out what I want to use it for, but I really want
the same. I want one.
And that is where I want something, and not just to stack it up, but I want to use it for something.
I want this more than a Moment. A Moment is sort of like...
Oh, I have a Moment. I have 3 Moments, and I use them to cut lemons.
Yeah.
But I would really love a Biosound 5.
I would really like this, yeah.
And I mean, if you could put it on the wall, just where nothing is, or Eric, behind or besides the Beolab 5s, and just go push. If you could integrate Deezer to it, maybe I should do a Raspberry Pi with some HDMI and do some Deezer touch in with the. Is there a USB input out?
There is, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it has the potential to get upgraded or rest molded.
Oh no, you can put a SSD in there, clone the original hard drive, and then for your music you just go and it goes and it keeps up. You can also double the DDR2 memory.
It's not like the moment where you go.
Yeah.
Tick.
It's kind
of not that number. That no.
Stop.
And the
stop.
Price, and the price for the moment is 1,800 euros, and this was 50.
Yeah.
Or 5,000, I guess. Yeah, 5,000. Yeah. So
it's silly that a system that's like 5 years older is more upgradable than the newer stuff.
I have to agree with Mike Hunt in the chat. They should bring the Beo system back and refresh it so it will fit with the newer products. That would be amazing.
Because it's so timeless. I mean, it would just fit in so much easier to slow.
They could almost entirely make literally this head unit, and that would hold everything now.
Was this unit run by Windows 95 or 98?
XP.
XP.
No,
really?
was it Server 2000?
Not sure. May have Server 2000 rings a bell. But they could bring back that head unit as long as you can flip that screen over for us lefties and work it.
Have you really experienced that as being a problem for you as a lefty to actually feels so weird?
Can you comb your hair with your non-dominant hand?
No.
But is it actually...
Try it tomorrow, Eric. Send me a picture in the morning.
Because you don't think of it as a right hand with the right hand unit, but actually... Has you really, actually think of it as a real problem, or it's just it works, or how do you feel?
Lyle says it was XP.
Yeah,
he should know.
XP. Yes, Lyle will know. Yeah.
What do you think, Steve? Is it weird to use it with the wrong hand for you?
I'd have to use the left hand, the correct hand, and turn it round, and it's just not. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not comfortable. Just that kind of feel to it, just.
Yeah. Or walk around behind the unit and operate it over the top.
Or
mirror,
you can voice control your Lintronic.
Yeah, she's right-handed. I'll send her to go and do it. Perfect.
But yeah, I would love a Beo system or Beo Sound 5. That thing is so gorgeous still.
Yes.
I think it's almost, we all kind of agree to that one.
And if you look at the sides of the Beo Sound 5, it looks almost like the Harmony as well. I mean, it's such a good product. It looks amazing.
Proportional, the design, everything.
I mean the nice thing about now is...
Keep the pentas there.
Keep it.
The nice thing about now is that you can get like 1 terabyte of storage in literally the head unit because it's like that big. Like... It was different back then. I mean, it still uses spinning rust,
but I think
a hard drive.
Both me and Henrik is kind of the same way that we use all the kind of the modern era, and still we want kind of an interface thing with people. When you have a party or something that you don't want to lend out your phone or tablet or something, it has a more robust feeling to it. This is the music system that you go to and play music.
Exactly, Eric. Yeah. Exactly.
They should have a good interface. It should be easy to, cue.
I mean, I use an iPad, an Apple iPad that's inside of a Bang & Olufsen.
Kind of moment-ish way, and it looks very good.
It's on the wall, and people go choose music, but it would be nice to have like a Bang & Olufsen music system that is in the 2020 era. Whatever.
I guess when people use this as every day, but still.
Do we know the size of the screen, by the way? Because I just think, like, could you retrofit like an iPad Mini into a Beo Sound 5?
It's a 7 or something inch screen, I guess, or even larger, maybe.
The iPad Mini is 6.7.
Still very big bezels, but still you don't think of it when it's just kind of aluminium kind of.
I don't mind bezels, especially not when something's hanging.
But
like
then
that.
on the other hand, think about this. iPads, iOS devices, Apple is very, very good at their job. They do a very good job of making software and stuff. We have had some issues with Bang & Olufsen in the past, in the future, in the now. Shouldn't it be more cool if, like, I have my iPad on the wall within the bezels of a Bang & Olufsen aluminium thing, and that just works flawlessly. When I have people over, they go touch it because they know how an iPad works. Would they know how a BeoSound 5 works if they just push something?
Well, you can't really, because people would touch the screen. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is the issue.
You might as well, if you were going to upgrade it now, you'd probably go for a touch screen, but you'd keep the physical control in the same way as if you've got a balance, you've got the touch panel on the top, or you can use your phone.
Exactly, Steve. I don't think that the BeoSound 5 in the new era would be a good product. I would love to see it, but I don't think that it would be the right product for the time.
What if it did something different other than just being a touch screen with a metal dial on it? I don't know, what if it had haptic feedback in some way, or it did something, it wasn't just following on and retrofitting some new tech.
I mean,
I don't know what, but if it had some sort of what we see as B&O magic in it.
It tried it with the moment, with the kind of jukebox, kind of, random, giving you songs, even the sound, mood wheel, and all that.
The moment is way too small to show different numbers from a playlist.
Yeah.
I mean, the moment would be good to start and stop music, choose a playlist within your favorites, turn up the lights, turn down the lights, turn up and down the thermostats, and turn up and down the volume, and then group products to turn up and down the volume, in my opinion.
I kind of disagree. I still think for most people at Bang & Olufsen, they miss a stereo kind of unit, an interface that people actually want. Many people actually got the moment, but still don't use it, but still got it because it looks good. It's also very much of a design point of view in your home that is kind of weird to have speakers not have actually stereo next to it or something to it.
Vlad just said actually that product actually already exists. It's called an Apple iPad. So my thinking on that was, what if B&O just made a BeoSound 5 type holder for an iPad, so you could hang it like that on the wall?
Yes.
Where you could put the charger in front, and then you can do it left and right, like Steve said.
Yay.
A BeoSound Core Pro.
Take the ones that I made myself from oak.
Yeah.
Do it. You did a video on it, Mikey.
Yeah.
I mean, that if Bang & Olufsen did that would work.
Yeah. But
I would buy one of those holders. I would buy some more iPads and hang them over here.
Yeah.
That would be great.
You went a step further and you put the controls on the side in the way that you do with the old BeoSound 5, so that you had the interface through the Lightning port and you actually controlled the app directly.
Yeah. It would be very cool to have that kind of feel to it, yeah.
Because this sort of gets around this problem at the moment that I think every manufacturer has got, where you don't have physical hardware for your music anymore. It's all just in the cloud. Yeah. You don't put a record on unless you're
Steve,
a vinyl geek.
Think about this. If Bang & Olufsen made like a bracket like I did from a piece of oak and some MDF and stuff, made it look good, made an interface that you plug your iPad Pro, iPad Mini, iPad whatever into, and then you are actually able to turn on the Bang & Olufsen app and use tactical dials on the side to move around in the app. That would be amazing.
Yeah. Now I would buy that.
Yeah, I would
too.
Absolutely. I would not buy one. I would buy 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
yes, write me up for at least 4, 2 if not
someone
3.
Said before. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's only with old products, Eric.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we've got it here. This is the way, isn't it? It gets around this problem of how do you manage your music when everything's on iPads?
I mean, Apple is very good at making software. Bang & Olufsen make a decent app. Well, they make actually a quite good app, in my opinion.
Really good now, yeah.
In time. And if we could get like a tactical wheel and some play and pause button, and maybe like what you have here, if you press 2 times on pause, then you skip to the next track or whatever, that would be a killer product.
Absolutely. You need the smart buttons in the way you've got on the balance, where you've got your favourite playlist at the touch of a button. You haven't even got
easy to use still, yeah.
So, I mean, B&O Dimensions idea, the shaft could basically be the size of a core. Then you can put a core in the shaft, and then have an iPad hanging on it, so you can integrate it if you wanted to.
Shaft.
We all love a good shaft.
We all do.
But what if you had 2 versions of the same thing? You've got this same sort of haptic feedback control wheel, with buttons like from the old BeoSound 5. It either works and takes an iPad in the mount, or you have one that, like you say, connects to a core, and it just works through your B&O system. But it's like an Essence remote, I suppose.
I would just say smart people make it happen. Do it.
Yeah, but if you do it like that, Steve, then B&O has to make the software integrations between the core and the remote. And if you need a screen on that as well, look at the Moment. I think it's a better solution to work with a supplier that actually are very, very good at their jobs and have 10 billion times
prestige
as
covers,
much money
make the cover,
and 10 times more people working on the product to actually do the things that they're good at, and then put some more money into the development of the Bang & Olufsen app, integrated with the Beolab intelligence, integrate all these kind of things into one app, and then make some hardware where you have aluminium on the side and everything would look cool, and you could have it on the wall like this instead of this.
Yes. Yeah. And I do like that. The way it would sit at 45 degrees.
Agreed.
That is perfect. But I think the scope for an Essence Remote Mark II, where maybe it links directly to a Mozart speaker and it controls your balance, and you've got those sort of key controls, but maybe with a few extra.
You can link an Essence to an iPad. You can link your Be a Remote 1 to your iPad.
Yeah, but I just think...
No, I'm not saying you should, but you could.
No, you shouldn't.
But I'm thinking, so basically audio out via line into a core, then an Essence-style remote, but bigger on top for the inside the core functions, and then you set it to line detect whenever you want to go on the iPad part.
Yeah.
And you're basically there, and it's all contained.
Because this way, if you've got these 2 products together, maybe the one that's the iPad holder, the one that works through the core, whether you like to use your iPad for your music or just have it streamed, you can control it either way.
Yeah, I think that would be it.
For everyone.
I think we're there. But B&O, if you're listening, go do that, please. Sign me up for at least 2, if not 3. Henrik will have 4. Eric will have 2 at least as well. Steve will have
2
some.
or 3 at least. Yeah.
I mean, if you were to only make prototypes, we'll buy your prototypes.
Yeah. I think you'll find B&O are listening, but yeah.
I mean, it's you don't have to make the whole screen. Just let us insert an iPad. That's fine.
Please don't make the screen.
Yes,
I agree. Don't make
anything.
LG's get a supplier. Yeah.
Get a supplier.
Yeah, just let us insert an iPad. That's fine.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm going to call it because we have other stuff to do tonight. So Don is gone, but thank you, Don. Thank you, Ben Dixon, and thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet already. But if you're listening, please make this bloody thing. We just made you a product. And thank you all for watching. Have a good weekend. I'll be on Twitch tomorrow. And bye, everybody. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Henry.
Thank you.
Yeah.